Hello everybody, MBR 580 here. Just to give you a quick review of my 2021 Nukeproof Mega Comp. I've had it about 4 months. Disclaimer, I'm just an average rider. Go out maybe 2-3 times a week. Don't do nothing too insane, just odd drop and odd jump. This bike here is the comp version, which is the standard entry level. It's a 290, so it's a 29er back and front. You will notice that it's got a RockShox Super Deluxe Ultimate with a Megneg on it by TF Tuned, but that was just put on 2 days ago by me just for some tests. I've been running it with standard shock since I bought it 4 months ago. It was completely standard for most of its life. As far as I know, it's a 21 frame, but they've not changed much even up till 23, the new models. I think it's just basically colourways, and instead of the Dior you get SRAM maybe. Apart from that, it's pretty much the same bike. Specs, it's 170mm Yari up front, which I've had no issues with at all. It's been super reliable, pretty good. It is standard Sam Hill bar and grips. It's a 12-speed Shimano Dior drivetrain and cassette, Shimano Dior cranks, MRP chain guide, Shimano Dior chainring, Shimano Dior 4-pot brakes, with what are these wheels again? Sunringle wheels, and I think it's Sunringle hubs as well. I'm a pretty heavy rider, so this bike has been getting a wee bit of use. It's got a descend dropper post on it, and the finishing kit's basically Nukeproof Neutron. It's still on its own tyres. I've definitely not, apart from the shock that I've changed a few days ago, I've definitely not changed much on it. I've never had the need. But a new set of pedals, I just run these Nukeproof plastic pedals. When they wear out, I get another set, put these on one of my old retro bikes. Where I stay is pretty rocky, so we try kind of just keep we're always hitting pedals and pedal strikes and stuff, so we just try and there's no point in me buying mega expensive pedals. These are pretty grippy, along with the 510s or the Ride Concepts. These are good. I've never had any issues with them. This bike here, I've done 2 enduro races on it, and I've used it quite frequently for the last 4 months, and it's never missed a beat. I was sceptical because I've always wanted a Mega, but it's the kind of thing I was kind of scared to get one in case it didn't live up to the hype. But since I bought this bike, I've had nothing but praise for it. Everything works as it should. Suspension platform is great. Even with the standard shock that I run on this, hasn't even got a lockout on it. I'm a heavy rider, and even I done an enduro with a 10-mile liaison in between, and I didn't feel the need for a lockout. It really performs well. Yari fork, I've had these on a couple of bikes. I've never had it. It's a kind of set it and forget it kind of thing. I will be doing a review on the Super Deluxe Ultimate with a Megneg on it at a later date. The pros and cons of this bike. Pros, if you're buying one now, you're getting them at a good discount on Chain Reaction, and as a platform, or even just as a standard bike just to keep, honestly they're tip top. This is an alloy bike. 170mm front, 65 I think on the rear. Big hitting bike, nothing that really can't handle. I've never found a limit for it. Everything's been super reliable. Some gripes, the 4-pot brakes, the DR brakes are really good, but you kind of get a wandering bite point on the rear sometimes. The rear brake seems to, you don't get a consistent bite point, although it's a strong brake and it works good. You don't really get a consistent brake point with it, and it likes its brake pads. You have to change the pads quite often in it, I've found. I don't know if that's just a thing with big bikes, but with this one I've changed the pads I think 3 times since I've had it. Now you'll notice I'm running tubes in this bike. That's the way it was when I got it, and I've never found a need yet to change it. I will when I put a new set of tyres on. I'll probably go tubeless, but I'm a heavy rider, and one of the big points of tubeless is really just running super low pressures, which to be honest with you I don't do. I don't need to do it. I can run a higher pressure, and with me being heavier, I still get that planted feel on it. So another gripe with this particular model, and I've seen it with a few of them, is that there's sun wringle wheels, which are good. They're still tight, all the spokes are tight. The run's still true even now. I've given them a racking, but you get this issue that the cassette moves, and I've seen people getting it fixed under warranty. I've never really bothered with it, but I've been looking for the problem with my shifting of late, and I've discovered that's the issue. So I will be looking into getting that warranted, because there's something to do with the hub. I don't know, I'll maybe have to put a new hub on it. We'll see what happens with that. Other gripes, nothing really. Saddle, Nukeproof Horizon, super comfortable enduro saddle, really like it. Tyres, a lot of folk had gripes about the Michelin standard wild enduros. I found them great, to be honest. I've never had an issue with them. The back one will need replaced pretty soon, but I'll just stick the front one on the back and a new one in the front. Shimano DR drivetrain has been super reliable again. Never had to do anything with it. The whole bike is a package, A-OK. It's been really reliable. I've really genuinely never had to do anything to this bike since I bought it. Clean it, ride it, that's what I've had to do with it. There's a few other things, just let me get my head around them. Grips is good. Sam Hill grips is standard with this bike, and I've found them really good. Again, I've nothing bad to say, not just because this is my bike, because I've had some bikes that I'll be reviewing in the near future that are, let's just say, not so good. I run it with a Fidlock bottle, which fits in there perfectly. As I said, everything about it has been super reliable, apart from that hub that I've just discovered recently. I've never had any issues with it. It rides. One thing I will say that maybe you would need to adjust. I'm 5'9", this is a medium, and I find the bar height just a tad on the low side. I'm not running at its maximum height yet, but it's just about there, as you can see. So sorry, I've just got some joggers coming past. Yeah. So as you can see, it's not its maximum height, but I might put a bigger sweep bar on it in the future, just to get a wee bit of height. Nothing major, but just to get a bit more comfortable feel. The stack height, I think we call it, just a wee bit low on this model. You can buy this with a 2.7 sorry, 27.5 wheel version, or a mullet setup with 27.5 in the back, which is as I imagine would be great for high speed stuff and bike parky kind of things. The riding I do primarily with this bike is techie trails, and up here where I live in Scotland there's not a lot of flow, so you need a bike that's kind of hard hitting and can take a hit, and this can certainly do that. I mean, it's there's nothing I've flung at it in the last 4 months that it's even blinked at, to be honest with you. It's been really good. But that's a quick overview. If I think of anything else, I'll put a video up. I'm going to start doing some reviews of gear and bikes and stuff. I live in Scotland, so it's good for us up here just to know what we're dealing with. I've owned quite a few bikes over the last couple of years and quite a bit of kit and stuff, so I'll be doing some reviews of that. Anyway, thanks for your time. Please like and subscribe if possible, and I'll catch you next time.